Hi there, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make this half sheet treat box really quick and easy using just half a sheet of cardstock to create this little treat gift box. Here's one I made using the Perfectly Plaid suite from the 2019 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog, and this one uses the new Christmastime is Here suite products featuring the designer paper, the Christmas rose stamp set, the shimmer gold ribbon, and the glitter enamel dots. I'll be sharing some more samples with this, so stay tuned for the end of the video and I will tell you all about this brand new suite of products. But first I'm going to show you how to make the treat box. So we're starting with a half a sheet of cardstock. I've got a template here which I will share the link to in the video description, and you're going to use a piece of cardstock that is 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and then we're going to do some scoring at 1.5, 4, 5.5, 8 inches, and turn the cardstock and score again at 1.5 inches. I'll be using the brand new trimmer from Stampin' Up! This brand new paper trimmer just launched on November 1st, and it replaces the previous Stampin' trimmer. One of the best things about this new trimmer is the cutting blade and scoring blade are significantly larger than the previous blades. These blades have been tested to last 1,000 cuts without fraying, so you are going to get lots of cuts and scores out of this paper trimmer. You'll also love some of the features, like it includes both metric and imperial measurements. It has a ruler here in the middle to make measuring cardstock easy. The edge here is 6 inches, but there's a nice line at 5.5, which is half a sheet of cardstock here in the US. And then we have one of the things I really love the most is this sort of stabilizing bar here at the bottom. It goes all the way across, so you don't have any wiggling of your cardstock when you're measuring that in between. And then the cardstock, the arm extends all the way to 17 inches, so you can cut a really large piece of paper or cardstock. So we're going to keep it extended and do the scoring for our project. Again, I'll be scoring at 1.5 inches, 4 inches, 5.5, and 8. So we're using the lighter blade, that's the scoring blade for this part of the project. 1.5 inches, 4 inches, 5.5 inches, and 8 inches. And then we're going to turn the cardstock 90 degrees, put the short end at the top, and score again at 1.5 inches. We're going to put the paper trimmer aside and use a pair of scissors to cut on the score lines. On the template, the dark black line indicates where you're going to cut. So you're going to cut from the bottom to the perpendicular score line, and then this little tab you're going to cut off completely. So let's do that with the scissors. From the bottom to the perpendicular score line. And that little piece is going to come off completely. Now to assemble the box, I like to use tear and tape adhesive. It's a really nice sturdy adhesive. It's good for cards with lots of layers or for 3D projects like this one because it's going to hold the project together. You won't have to worry about it coming apart. Now I'm going to use adhesive here on the back of the largest flap away from the tab, and I'm going to put 2 pieces there, and then we're ready to fold up the box. So the first thing is to just fold on all of the score lines. This is going to make it easier to assemble the box, and then you can lay it flat on the table and peel off the adhesive from the tab and then fold it over. This way you can get a nice good adhesion to form the side of the box. Now we're going to start by folding the small flaps first, then the flap without adhesive, and then the flap with adhesive is going to go last and adhere it together. We have several layers of cardstock, so the bottom of your box is going to be nice and sturdy. Here is the open top version of the box. This is what I've decorated here. The designer paper around the box is 1.5 inches by 9 inches, and then I die cut some designer paper with the label punch, or the label die, and decorated it with the Christmas rose stamp set and some of the other enamel dots and little die cuts. But if you want to, you can take and pinch the box in like this to create more of a milk carton. So here's how I decorated that one. I used a hole punch to punch a hole in the center and added the ribbon and the designer paper. This is also the Christmas rose, or the Christmastime is Here shimmer ribbon, and then the Christmastime is Here designer paper as well. Here are those other versions again that I showed you earlier. This is the Perfectly Plaid box. And then here's one I made with the Magnolia Lane from the annual catalog. This one is a little bit shorter. Let me pull this in so you can see. It's about an inch shorter. So instead of using a sheet of cardstock that was 5.5 inches wide, I just cut it down and did 4.5 inches. But all the other measurements, including the bottom measurements, are the same. So it's just a little bit shorter of a box, but it still is very quick and easy to make. Let me show you some of these gorgeous Christmas Time is Here products. This suite is something that just launched on November 1st, and my favorite part of it is that you can get everything together. You can get the whole suite, or you can get just the individual pieces that you like. Here is the Christmas Rose stamp set. This is something that is very unique and different from Stampin' Up! Because it includes both cling rubber and photopolymer in the same stamp set. So this two-piece stamp set is all one stamp set. The outline is in red rubber because that's what red rubber does best. And then the fill-in pieces are using photopolymer stamps. So this is the new distinctive style stamps. These will look gorgeous just stamped on their own, or you can fill in all these little pieces into the line art image. This stamp set Christmas Rose has coordinating dies. And we've got two label dies here, and then this large die is an outline die that cuts out the stamped image. Then you have some detail dies, including this gorgeous corner piece, as well as a border and the lattice. So you can get these two bundled together and save 10%. This is the Christmas Rose bundle, and it is $61 for the stamp set and dies. That's what you see down here. Or if you get the entire Christmas Time is Here suite, it does include the bundle plus everything else that I'm going to show you. And I have a little bonus offer. Where is it? Oh, here it is. If you order the stamp set and die bundle or the entire Christmas Time is Here suite, you'll get this PDF with 13 bonus projects, including 2 different 3D boxes and 11 cards. So this is a free gift from me when you purchase that Christmas Time is Here suite, the entire suite, or just the Christmas Roses bundle. But if you don't care for the bundle, you can get all of these next pieces individually. We've got these great accessories, including the gold glimmer enamel dots, the shimmer gold ribbon, and my favorite is the Christmas Time is Here designer paper. This is a 12 by 12 paper. You get 3 different patterns and 4 of each sheet. Each sheet has the gold foil, and then the back side has beautiful red and green Christmas patterns. I love that this paper, especially with the roses, is not too Christmassy. So you can use this designer paper for Valentine's Day or birthdays or weddings. It really works all through the year for many different occasions. I want to point out really quick too that this designer paper includes images that coordinate with that die. So you can use the die that coordinates with the stamp to also die cut the images right from the designer paper. The last thing that's in this suite is something new that Stampin' Up! Has never sold before, and it is a bracelet. The bracelet comes in this really beautiful gift box and includes 2 charms. One of them is a rose charm to coordinate with the Christmas rose, and the other is a Stampin' Up! Logo. This would make a wonderful gift for your favorite stamper. Whether or not you purchase the Christmas Time is Here suite, you can purchase the bracelet on its own to give as a gift. Are you ready to see some samples? I've been having so much fun with the Christmas Time is Here suite. Here are some cards that I have made. This one uses some designer paper that I cut out. This is a pattern that doesn't match the die, so I hand cut it with scissors, and of course I added some of the ribbon and the enamel dots on this simple card. This one isn't a Christmas card. I used the stamp from A Wish for Everything to make this card to send to my grandmother. It says, "Just a little reminder that you are loved." This, I did use the stamp from the Christmas Rose stamp set. Merry Christmas. This is a really quick and easy layout to show off the designer paper. The designer paper pieces are 1.5 inches wide by 5 inches, and then I just cut this middle one up a little bit so that it would be shorter than the other ones. Here is a sample of one. I used the Thinking of You greeting from the Rooted in Nature stamp set to make this Thinking of You card with a beautiful rose designer paper. And here's one where I die cut the rows from the designer paper. This is actually on the gold foil edged note cards and envelopes. So the seafoam green is 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches to fill in that white area of the note card, and then I decorated the card front. And this is a double Z fold card. I shared a tutorial for this last month, so if you didn't see it, I'll include the link in the video description so that you can check out how to make this double Z fold card. It's a really fun fold, really easy, and a great way to show off designer paper. The last sample here is created by Mary Ellen Stites. It was a card that I got at our team meeting swap last month, and she used the designer paper and die cut that, as well as showing off some other designer paper using the ribbon and the glitter enamel dots. My favorite part is here on the inside. She simply stamped the outline in just a solid color, the seafoam green, and then added the greeting over the top, and I just love the simplicity of the inside. I think it's just so gorgeous. You guys need this. Christmas time is here. Sweet. This is only available while supplies last in November and maybe into December. So don't wait. Make sure to order it now. And if you shop in my online store, make sure to use the host code for a free gift when you spend $40 or more. Thanks so much for watching. Happy stamping.